Okay, we're live. Um, yeah, this is Meka Tier 3. It's EMC Chimera versus called Brush Hair um, Mustangs, but I'm just going to call them Mustangs because it's easier. I am joined by Octo, if he's still there.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Octo, Cocto Overwatch. I'm a Octane player, and I know very much about the game. So, hi.
Hopefully it comes in
Ah,
useful.
fuck it, dude. Ah, shit. Ah,
Yeah, so first map will be Lijiang Tower. It is a first of three, so best of five series, and the map pool is Lijiang, then Iconward or King's Row, Temple or Volskaya, Rialto or Havana, and Ilios or Oasis. Um, it is the loser will pick the next map, so whoever loses Lijiang will go on to choose either Iconward or King's Row.
nah, is everyone here though?
We
Is
can do the
everyone here?
roster
Is
quickly.
everyone logged in and ready? Or do we need to do the check?
We need to check the roster. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So yeah, we'll check for both teams to be ready, and then head through. No. Leaky. It's Leaky for MVP, not Latark. You spelled that wrong. 'Cause you know, unbiased, but
Ah, no, he's right. It's in fact the Tark.
oh, thank you.
If that Latark guy doesn't get MVP, I might need to visit some people. You know? Give him a little visit, come with my baseball bat, you know? Because anything else would be not acceptable. That Lutake doesn't get it. It's just exceptional in every single aspect.
Well, thank you. I try my best. What can I say? I'll check for. Ready? Oh yeah, both ready anyway. Seen it in the Discord, so we'll get into our first map.
No, okay, but now we actually need to do some information. Okay.
Information.
So, this is the sim map, the infamous sim map, where teams can just run sim and try to get to rush the point, get there fast. But I've also seen from EMC, I've seen them play quite a lot of Hanzo Kree on Control Center and on the other maps as well. So they might do this. Also the ball comp on Gardens. So they might not opt in to the sim strat here. I don't know about Mustangs. I've not seen their gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, Mustangs is a new team definitely for me. EMC Chimera, a team that is very well known. I do see them running out the regular pool, but running the Super and Kree is instead of the Symmetra that you first said. We might see a switch come out here.
Nah, they're gonna do it.
On the other side, they've got the Orisa Ryan tank line. Just gives them a chance to probably bunker down on the point when they actually get there. Oh no, straight onto the...
Nah, they're not doing it. In this case it would have actually been good, but they don't know the enemy is not running Sim. Because Orisa shield just gets immediately melted.
That TP is coming straight out, they're just going to bunker down on the point and get there first. Hack comes through to Punchy and Reinhardt. Lamp was also dropped down from both teams very early. Sky Commander does unfortunately lose his mech, and there's Dink going down. That's a good first pick for Mustangs here, and EMC are most likely going to back out of this fight and try and reset as the point capture goes the way of Mustangs. I say that's Smurf fooling there, a bit late to the party fooling, and that's really unfortunate because EMC are going to have to wait for that respawn to come through.
Yeah, that was just rough. Justin just doing so much bleeding damage there. Not able to act.
And winner coming out, what a shatter! The shatter with the 2 kills for the fire strike from Ekaj. Ekaj actually clutching up that fight, shattering through the window. That was very, very quick.
No, that was just the 1 MTD and a half. Holy shit. Okay, they're gonna stick with the sim here. Mustangs.
And
might try to TP somewhere.
Hutchie is building up that shatter, and he's almost going to have it here coming into this fight where he catches just... He comes out, and Mustangs walk forward, shatter comes down, 5 players put to their back, and a high noon from Sakurai. 5 people, or 4 people in a mech taken out from Sakurai with a high noon off the back of that 5-man shatter. Absolutely insane, and this is very back and forth to start with.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is well played. MTD on both teams. Just coming in with huge shatters, 5-man shatters both ways. And now that they can here play with the EMP, the bomb, the high noon and the shatter.
High noon comes out from Dink, and there's the EMP. 2 people falling down to Dink's high noon. Lamp does get committed, but MCG with a boot.
Oh.
MCG has found 2 people with a boot, and he's just going to be trying to kind of killing blow onto Solar. But yeah, oh my god, these fights are so back and forth and so fast paced.
Oh. Get it.
There's a hack.
And comes in onto Diva. Oh, now there's some more to engage. They're now moving in.
Bomb gets dropped in the middle of that sim shield though. Really good bomb positioning there. Just nullifies it. Window getting committed. Well. Dink manages to find the kill onto Sakurai. Shatter comes down and 2 people put onto their back. Staney gets taken out. There's no lamp for the backup here, and Ekaj is going to walk forward, swinging that hammer, finding the kill onto Solar. That's another fight going. 71% on the point for EMC Chimera.
Importantly, they just had to use 2 ults to get that. And they're still on the sim, Mustangs. So they're very... they don't like to soft this off for some reason. There are times I can't tell. Now both tank ults for them available. Ryan gets tagged, the window comes out.
Just gonna be
now zoned.
Hiding from LOS. See there, the shatter comes down, 4 people put onto their backs. Beat is there, but it doesn't matter because the bomb comes through from JC4 and finds 2 kills, and that's going to be that fight over. Points being flipped back over for Mustangs, and that's just at 99%. 1 fight needed for EMC here. Can Mustangs keep this hold? Keep hold of this point. Keep it going. Little bit of again.
Oh, most importantly, MCG used the beat, so the fights are going to be very hard from now on. The beat didn't really do much here.
They do have that EMP high noon that they used before. There's the high noon coming out early from Sakurai. Lamp is dropped down and he gets flashed out of that.
Yeah, try to TP him as well on the high ground.
5-man EMP coming out. Dink using the high noon, finding 2 kills. And I mean, that's going to be a hard fight for EMC to lose, really. Beat is dropped from Alarm Fan on the point, but there's no EMC players really there and contesting. just Alarm Fan left on the point. He's going to get taken out, and Hutchie has come back in with Sakurai on the soldier. Hutchie does fall, and point ticking down. I don't think anybody's going to find another touch. It's first point going to EMC Chimera, and what brilliant point coming out there as well. I mean, very, very back and forth, and both teams looking like they could come out with a win there. Looking forward to this matchup, to be honest.
Yeah, certainly. They're using old combos every fight, a fight even. This is very coordinated and very well played from both teams. But just EMC getting the upper hand.
It's the old rotation as well. EMC and Mustangs, they both always have ults online that they can go into the fight with and use sometimes, just to like get that upper hand on their opponent. But yeah, going into Meka, not playing both Rusar. Oh, what an early pick! Sakurai gets punched in and gets immediately punished. And it looks like EMC are going to be going for the point here. Hutchie falling very low. Staney falls down to Makita in the back line. And EMC are just going to be winning at this fight. Mustang is going to be trying to get that stall onto the point with JC, but I don't think it's going to be there. Point getting capped up from EMC here.
Yeah, Doom just instantly died, got stunned, and just one-shot by the Reaper because he was already punched in. That was just really unfortunate. He didn't expect them running Kree or Reaper, and just immediately died. There was just
the switches have come through here though. Solar is on the Junkrat and Sakurai on the Hanzo. Lamp is committed very early because all of the players have fallen very low. Getting pushed into that corner, Pink comes out, but the Lamp is there to save his life, and Dink has found 4 kills in that fight. I didn't even realise.
They tried to walk in and immediately they're all way low. Lamp was out, and it was just over from there. Now we're seeing first ults come through from Hachi, the window from Staney, the High Noon, and the Shatter. Shatter comes out.
That was mean. Oh. Tom getting
the Rhine is inbound. The Rhine is inbound. Zoned out by the High Noon.
Coming through. There's the Shatter. 4 people put onto their backs there from Ekaj. Another huge Shatter on the back of Ekaj.
And the D.Va's getting staggered. He has to walk off the map.
That's another unfortunate stagger there as well. 61% on the point for EMC Chimera, and I mean, still just for Mustangs, you're waiting for that respawn for your D.Va to come through.
Yeah, it's at least gonna be 80% until they even can touch it. Window comes out.
Mustangs and the pin off the map, I think.
Good bomb.
Sky Commander throws in his bomb and manages to find the kill onto Sakurai. Kills meanwhile are going the way of EMC Chimera as Hutchie went off the map, but Ekaj didn't.
Yeah, but Ekaj didn't. That was so weird. I thought both of them were just dead. But somehow he crashed it out in the gulag.
You see the Solar's on the back trying to get a touch onto the point. I think he will manage to get there. Oh no, he doesn't! But I don't think it would have mattered anyway. The Death Blossom had just come out from Tom Makita and found 2 kills.
Oh my. That second point was just really dominant. They couldn't really leave first choke without it, suffering severe losses to their team. Mainly because of the ult rotation, because they were just faster to ult on the first fight and just used them better. And hence, just Mustangs couldn't really find an advantage there and just could never push. Also, the stagger on the D.Va made it so that just 30% on the point ticked away just for free before they could even search in the next engagement. That's just really well played.
I mean, that is brilliant play from EMC Chimera, capturing both points like they just did.
Mm-hmm.
And so it means that map pick will be going to Mustangs for hybrid. As I said right at the start, they've got the pick between Eichenwald or King's Row, and so we'll probably see. I can expect them maybe to go for Eichenwald, as they went for the Brawl matchup and didn't seem to win it out there. They are making a sub here as Hutchie is coming off for Hawk. That's if Hawk gets in the lobby. And the map pick has also just come through. We have King's Row. So completely different to how I'd predicted it. I had a 50% chance of getting it right, and I still managed to get it wrong. So
I mean,
go on.
maybe they just have something different prepared for Kings. Maybe they're gonna run something crazy on it. Or they just think that the control map is just very snowbally in its just way. Or just plays different to Kings.
Yeah, it plays a lot more differently. It's a lot like easier to hold on to the point once you've got it on, especially Lijiang. It's one of those maps where it's on all three maps. It's really harder to regain control of the point, generally anyway. And I mean, Chimera showed that on that second map of on Control Center, where they were just holding that doorway for the whole time that we were on that point.
Yeah.
And it looks like Hawk is in here. We've got both teams ready, and we'll be heading into our second map. 1-0 to EMC Chimera here, and yeah, heading into our second map.
I'm just really interested in the comps they're gonna rerun here.
I think you kind of expect to see the classic Reinhardt Brawl kind of rush comps coming out on King's Row. But some teams are creative with it. Some teams like to run like a double shield or like a zombie comp on it, and sometimes they're not as effective. But I mean, if your team are good at it, then especially in tier 3, you're more susceptible to win a map if you're individually good at the comp that you play, rather than forcing yourself onto a comp that's better.
Yeah, but it is gonna be the classic rush comp with the Cassidy and the main. So nothing wild. And EMC are gonna do the same setup, but with different TSPs. So they're gonna run a Sombra here. These are just like two different styles of the same comp. They have Zarya. I didn't even see it.
They did run the Sombra on Busan. Why do I keep thinking Busan? On Lijiang, and it worked really well for them with the EMP High Noon combos. It also has the like EMP bomb combos and the EMP shatter combos coming. But yeah, the Zarya does give a more aggressive attack for Mustangs coming in.
Yeah, but I don't think Zarya is that good. Ridiculous. Just
there's the wall coming up. Eka just split off. Lamp gets commit. And Eka just found the kill onto Sakurai. That's so unfortunate for Mustangs there. And I think that was all down to the lamp timing from Smurf as well, managing to save the life of Ekaj right where it mattered, and keeping him alive for all of that time when he probably should have died there.
Yeah, they didn't close in on him fast enough, didn't break the lamp fast enough. It was just a few seconds off and he gets to live. But that's... You could just see the power of the main, the big pressure it creates just by zoning off the main thing from the rest of the team. Have to be very careful here. But think times to pick with the window.
And that's what you get for peeking Cassidy with a window in front of him. The one-shot headshot is absolutely deadly. Oh, it's not quite one shot, but it leaves you with like 5 health, so...
Yep.
Solar just suffered that fate, unfortunately, because they peaked. It looks like Ekaj might be going for another shatter here.
Yeah, they're gonna hack the Reinhardt.
There's the hack onto the Reinhardt. Flash gets used and he shatters around the corner. 3 players put onto their backs. And they're just going to walk onto the DPS in the backline and put on their backs. EMC Chimera doing a good job of holding on to this choke point, and 2 minutes 21 on the clock for Mustang in this attack.
I really think they should just rush Hotel. Because both times they've tried to go around the right side statue and both times they've just been halted. Look,
Yeah,
they're trying the different route this time. They just need to go faster.
Yeah,
they're still behind.
They're taking too much time, especially playing a Mei. They need to outpace the other team rather than what they are doing. Bomb comes out, and there's the window as well. 2 ults come in very early from EMC Chimera, maybe too early actually. Sakurai has fallen, so the backup will come through from Mustangs. But I think this is going to be quite a good thing for Mustangs going into the next fight, as they've just wasted EMC Chimera have just wasted 2 of their ults.
It wasn't necessarily wasted, they needed to back up. Gave them maybe 20 seconds. But yeah, using 2 ults instead of just the window was a bit too much. I think EMP comes in though, gets 4 people.
EMP High Noon comes out, and High Noon doesn't seem to find any kills. High Noon from the other side coming out, and it has found the DMEC onto Sky Commander. Kills are finally going the way of Mustangs here. They've just got to clear off these final 3 kills. And I mean, Dink still being alive is a massive threat. B gets dropped from MCG. That clearly means that EMC think this fight is very winnable. Window getting dropped from Smurf, and Dink has gone down. Solo also falling, but kills are still going the way of Mustangs here. Both tanks have come back. They've got the healing from Smurf on the high ground, who's just sat in a great position. There's the Shatter, and that Shatter should spell the end of that fight. I say that, but Lamb gets dropped, and Ekad still manages to stay alive and gets the kill onto Hawk. This fight's still going. They are, I mean, EMC Chimera should be outnumbered in this fight, but with no tanks for Mustangs, it's so much harder for them to keep hold of it. JC4 finds the kill onto Dink with the remake, and Solar dropping down the Blizzard balls to Ekaj. Sakurai with another High Noon in this fight. There's the Shatter from Ekaj on the back, finding 3 players. MCG finding 2 cleanup kills, and there's the EMP on top of it. So many ults online for EMC Chimera here. As, I mean, Solar tries to get back in and touch that point. That's so unfortunate for Mustangs there.
Score.
That fight just seemed to go on and on.
Yeah, they really stalled it out for a lot of time here. The Sombra staying alive for that long on the high ground was really crucial, since it gave them an EMP for later in the fight. Also, Lucio just stayed alive. Lucio is always hard to catch on those points, especially with the beats. Ults were not used in a way that gave them the picks they needed in the time they needed them. The Blizzard just found nothing. The High Noon found nothing. Just DMAC the D.Va, but it didn't really do that much. It was just really rough.
Yeah, I mean, Mustangs just seem to really struggle cleaning up the kills in that fight. They managed to get it down to just Dink, Smurf and MCG, I believe. And I mean, Mustangs just, I don't know what quite happened, because it looked like half the team kind of pushed onto Dink to get the kill, and the other half were just distracted by Smurf and MCG. And yeah, couldn't clean up the kills.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a Sim Bastion dress here.
I mean,
from EMC.
I mean, you can kind of complain, but at the same time can't complain. They do only have that 2.5 ticks to get, and with the TP getting set up on the statue, it's going to give EMC such a good start into this fight. If they can manage to get a pick like that, Sakurai falling very early to the Bastion. I mean, obviously just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
One tick is given away, and Hawk has fallen to Ekaj there. Touch has come through, but I mean, players for Mustangs here have fallen so early, and I don't think there's going to be any coming back to this for Mustangs.
Yeah.
Wow, not very, very
really
quick. Very,
really
very
hard.
dominant.
Yeah. Damn. And they're 2-0 up.
Yeah, EMC Chimera doing absolute work here, and I mean, there you see that that shatter from Ekaj that probably won them that fight, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, absolute star plays coming out from EMC here. But I mean, Smurf 54% team healing. Jesus, that's. I mean, it's only 8k, but still, those cards are just showing how dominant this matchup really is.
Indeed. What's the third map pick, see? What is it?
Yeah, so it will be going to third map. It will be Temple of Anubis or Volskaya. Once again, pick goes on to Mustangs. So we'll just be waiting for them to get back to us on what map they'd like, and to see if they've got any subs as well. I mean, this matchup so far is looking very, very dominant. Chimera, I mean, looked like they struggled a little on that first point of the first map, with it going back and forth. But since the second point of Busan, they've been carrying the same momentum and looking very dominant. It might be the fact that they've just kind of figured out what Mustangs' weaknesses are, and are punishing them for their like major weaknesses already. And I mean, that's major props for Chimera if they've managed to figure that out. This has been a team that have been around for quite a while. I've casted for them quite a few times, so I do know the team quite well. And yeah, they are looking more and more like dominant forces in every league that they appear in.
Oh yeah, they have a stacked roster and just really play well together. But maybe Mustangs have an ace up their sleeve on Volskaya or Anubis, who knows? The match isn't over yet. It just really looks like EMC just have this in their hands. And something really just devastating would have to happen for them to lose here.
Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I've just seen the skins for the new event that starts next week. Have you heard of that?
Nah, LeChark, tell me.
There's a Overwatch event starting the 5th of April, and starting the 5th of April, and they're pretty much just coming out with 6 recolors of classic skins. But they actually look really cool. They've got like a gold and teal Zenyatta skin, and there's like a green, white, and black Reinhardt skin, like the red one and the black one. And yeah, I mean, they look pretty cool, but it is just recycled skins at the end of the day. Realistically though, Overwatch 2, can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
Believe. Okay, so yeah, just a small problem with the oh my god, small problem with the player who has gone. They are, yeah, they're just not feeling this one. So I think the decision has been handed to ECAJ on what happens, whether there's a forfeit coming through or whether we wait. I think it's 5 minutes until their fill is ready. But yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna give it the 5 minute timer, and if they come back or not. So yeah, we're probably just gonna be sat here until 4 minutes past 8. So there is 3 minutes left. Um, this has really been a eventful cast for us.
Do we have to stall now for 3 more minutes?
Yeah, so we've just
What
got
is
to
there
wait.
left to talk about?
I don't even know. It's been that dominant. It's not been that very back and forth. Um, Chimera just all have superstar players on them, and yeah, I mean, realistically for Mustangs to kind of make a change of pace, they'd need a switch of player around and kind of play someone different somewhere else, or even play something different, playing like a double shield or a dive comp, which both Volskaya and Anubis will facilitate. It's just whether Chimera is better at those comps when they're playing them or not, um, which you can't really be sure of until it actually happens, as the Brawl matchup really just hasn't gone the way of Mustangs.
Yeah, maybe just not get full health on point, and then we can see how they actually play. Because they didn't really get to attack that much yet.
And that was really unfortunate for Mustangs as well, as it looked so winnable for them, and then yeah, all of a sudden, just I don't know how EMC managed to do it. It was like proper shock fashion. They commit ults to keep the fight going. And I mean, for anyone who kind of watches the shock closely, that is how the shock play. They commit ults and keep the fight going, and kind of that is their play style, and they play really. It works really well for them, and it looks like EMC Chimera have adopted that style sort of, and they do know where to commit each ult and like kind of what to do when. And it's actually quite impressive to watch this team in action, as they do show a shock strategy at like a lower level in console Overwatch. But I mean, if you want to win, look at the winners. Look at previous winners, and that'll tell you. But it's now 8:04, so we will see what the decision will be on whether it's a forfeit or whether we can get a fill in. Unfortunately, it's looking like it's going to be a forfeit, from Mustangs. EMC Chimera taking the win, and I mean, yeah. Anything you want to say, Octo, from this very brilliant cast and game that we've just had?
I stan EMC Chimera, they are the best team, and the 0-4 loss was just a sad day.
Ah, I see. Okay, well, I think I will end the stream now, as it does look like it's going to be a forfeit coming through. Yeah, what an unfortunate way to end. Quickly before I end it, I guess we've got to do MVPs, and for me, Ekaj has to get Chimera's MVP. He's hit 4-man shatters almost every time. And then I don't. Oh, we've got wait. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Hutchie is back. So we might see a third map being played. Okay, so Chimera said they want to continue, so I'll put Hutchie in and just check that that's the position that they want them in, and then also get the map pick from Mustangs going into the third map. Okay, so oh, whoops. Okay, there we go. So that they've got the whole comp laid out, and they're going for Volskaya Industries. Yeah, I mean, looks like we are going to get a third map, and yeah, we'll just be kind of waiting for some readies coming through. Mer has also come in for Smurf for EMC Chimera.
Oh baby. Nah, maybe the new DPS guy is all they needed to win. We'll see.
We've got the ready from MCG for Chimera here, so just waiting for Mustangs and then get into our third and possibly final map, as Chimera is 2-0 up at the moment. There we go, we've got the ready from both sides. We'll be heading into our third map.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries. Initiating match.
Volskaya Industries, definitely a map where you see kind of different comps coming out. You see kind of double shield or Orisa Diva comps maybe, and dive comps on attack as well, ball kind of compositions, or zombie kind of monkey Moira Reaper zombie comps, Korean brawl or whatever people call it.
Ready for battle.
Looks like okay, so it looks like EMC Chimera will be running double shield on the defense. Mer also running the Baptiste that Smurf was running beforehand. I mean, at the side of Mustangs here, they're going to be setting up on a Bull Diva comp, running the Echo and the Doomfist. This comp could work a lot better for them than the Brawl, and like I said, it could just take a different switch up of composition for the whole game to change. JC4 just on a very cheeky little flank there. He does get noticed by Mer, I believe. Yeah, he has been noticed going in. Power driving on that high ground, just backing away. As I mean, Hawk goes in, manages to find the boot onto Ding. JC4 unfortunately going that little bit too far and getting punished by the Kaz on that high ground, the Orisa Pool, and that Discord from MCG, Sakurai will be jumping off the map, and I think he just unfortunately got hit by Sky on his way out. Tom just on the side finding that kill onto Hutchie there, and that's going to be a stagger kill. Alarm Fan also falling, and Staney's still in on this Ana, but does manage to find a way out. Coordination just doesn't quite seem to be there for Mustangs here, as they just kind of seem a little bit all over the place, diving in individually and getting caught out just here, there and everywhere. Sky Commander has managed to find JC on the side here, on that ball, and the dive has come through fairly effectively as well. Hutchie finds the kill onto Sky Commander there, and this is a bit of positioning taken up, but Alarm Fan unfortunately does fall. That means you've got no mercy going in here. MCG caught out of position, and he's going to get taken down. JC4 goes for that dive, but he didn't have any support from his team there, and I mean nobody was there to really help him. He just kind of did it solo. Hutchie though has found the kill onto Ekaj as Hawk dived in on that Doomfist. Valkyrie being popped here, and Hutchie's just going to be destroying that turret above point. Kill's going both ways really, but it looks like the war of attrition might be going the way of Mustangs here. Dropping down the lamp to save himself there, and falling very, very low. Kills have come back through, and they kind of got the way of EMC here. Nice slam coming down from Hawk there, finding the kill onto Mer using that bomb. The Transcendence and Bongo being committed. There's the minefield from JC4. And Sky Commander is still alive at this point, but he's going to get booped off by JC4. No, he commits the flux to keep himself alive. Maybe a little overcommittal there, as that fight was probably lost for EMC there.
But once again, you could see that Chimera just drag out these fights for so long, not refusing to give the point up once they have essentially just lost the fight.
They just
don't get cleaned up and keep coming to the point.
Yeah, unfortunately they just didn't get as much value as they would have wanted to out of the ultimates that they were dropping down. There's the Nano coming out onto the Echo, and Tom gets burnt down. Meteor Strike also coming out. Mer getting caught out by Hutchie here as well. And there's Hutchie copying Sky Commander on the Sigma. Molten Core getting dropped by Dink on that high ground, and he drops it all over that point. It's going to close off a lot of the area, and Ekaj is going to fall. It's just going to be stall coming in for EMC here, as MCG jumping around the point on that Lucio. Window being dropped on the high ground from Mer, and he's immediately pushed off of it and punched off the map by Hawk. MCG finds the kill onto Hawk though. And I mean, kills here are going the way of EMC. There has been a tick on the point for Mustangs, and I mean, Ekaj on the ball is looking very threatening. Torn on the back on the Tracer, harassing Staney, and I said kills were going the way of EMC, but I lied. Kills are definitely not going the way of EMC anymore. Pulse Bomb finding the kill onto Staney, losing your Ana there. You've got no main support, no main form of healing, sorry. And nice body blocking coming from Sakurai and Hawk there to keep Sky Commander off the point, and they managed to cap both points with 2 minutes 11.
0-2. Switching sides.
Yeah. The dive was just very good. All just jumping in on the backline and the high ground with the Nano, the Echo and the ball. Just immediately exploded the backline. Just leaving the Orisa and the Chorb left. They also got killed. But the stall came in. Stall was not as good as on the other point, but still. Well played from Mustangs.
Yeah, well played from Mustangs. They definitely looked better using the a different comp, using the ball comp.
Ready for
And I mean, this is a little bit of a breath of life, really. They've switched around their roster, and they are looking a bit more confident. running kind of a different comp than the Brawl against Brawl matchup.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
They will be coming out on that double shield comp on the defense, with the double sniper as well, the Ash Hanzo. Whereas a very classic dive coming out from EMC running that Genji Tracer DPS line. Only difference between classic dive and this is that MCG is not on Lucio, he's on Brigitte.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Soft dive coming through, and that forces that coach gun to be used from Hutchie. This does give a bit of space for EMC here as they move very quickly to take out the high ground, and Staney unfortunately gets knocked off of the map by Ekaj's jump, and I thought I sort of didn't quite believe it. JC4 falling to Dink on the backline. Dink finding another kill onto Alarm Fan. And he's going to be hunting for another kill, looking for this Arista. Ton meanwhile finding the kill onto Hutchie, and it looks like kills will be going the way of EMC. Point being capped up. What a quick attack coming through.
Objective A captured. New defense point.
Heading on to point B, 5 minutes 46 in the clock for EMC Chimera. And I mean, Dink just knew that Hutchie was sat there waiting for them to come up and pushed him out of that position. Hutchie also making the switch off of the Ash onto the Tracer. Dive with the Nano Boost coming through there, right onto that backline. Dragons does get dropped down. Ton is just on the backline harassing the back of Mustangs. Sky Commander has fallen to Sakurai, who's on the hog now, who I didn't actually realise the switch coming through. Tom Makita looking for this pick onto JC, and kills just going the way of EMC Chimera here, and it looks like they're going to finish this map with even more time. Ton unfortunately does get met with a hook and gets taken out while he has that pulse bomb. Blade gets popped by Dink, and that takes out Alarm Fan. Dink finding 3 kills there, Staney and Alarm Fan, and Hawk falling. Doomfist switch has come through from Hutchie, and he finds the kill onto MCG. Meanwhile, JC is just spinning around the point on the ball. Bomb's going to get dropped onto the point, and JC's going to get taken out. Unfortunately, Alarm Fan or Sakurai could get to the point, and that will be
Score.
Second point being taken up.
Yeah. I mean, that was just a bit unfortunate that the BAP got grouped on point A. And without the BAP, it's just really hard to play a double shield position because the sustain is just really missing. Which makes it just like 2 times easier to get dived. Because the main thing that dissuades a dive onto a double shield composition is the high damage paired with the high amount of sustain coming out from the BAP, the lamp, the heals, the AoE heals. But if this BAP is just missing, all of them just got run over and just instantly die. Really just unfortunate. But point B, it was a bit harder, but I think it still worked out for the dive.
Yeah, I mean, we get to see this map all over again! Yay! 4 minutes 23 finish for Chimera there is really, really good. And I mean, with 2 minutes on the clock for Mustangs, it's still like, it's still looking like this is a winnable map for Mustangs here. They have played much, much better. And they will be playing back onto that ball comp that they've worked so well on first.
Objective A.
Hawk immediately pushing in, and looks like they're going to be taking up this back position and just kind of corralling Ton, Sky and MCG into a specific area. Fire drive comes through, and there's just the 2 tanks there as Hutchie is kind of firing away at Dink and the whole other sip room. Hachi though finding the kill onto Dink after trading it back actually. Dink managed to find the kill first and now it's the other way around. There's the slam and uppercut coming out from Hawk, but he was alone going for that. Hachi on the high ground though with that pocket has managed to find the kill onto Tom Makita with using Beam. And with both DPS falling for EMC Chimera here, they're going to have to drop down to the point. Sky Commander falling extremely low. They're going to be hunting for the kill onto the Staney here on the Ana. Sakurai commits the bomb just to try and get that remake, but does get taken out by ECAJ. Hawk has meanwhile found the kill onto the again, but he gets caught out by Tom Makita on the way back from spawn. Hachi though with an early pick onto Sky Commander there.
Heroes never die.
And there is plenty of ults online for EMC Chimera. Oh, but actually, no, they do have 6 ults here to defend this point. Copy comes out onto ECAJ, onto the Orisa. Bongo getting dropped down from ECAJ there, and Hachi doesn't manage to quite get Bongo off. Kills are going the way of EMC here on the defense as Dink pops the high noon and manages to find the kill onto Hawk. And yeah, they'll be clearing up that point.
Yeah, on that last side, Chimera just slapped them with their wallets. They were fully staked out on ults. It was just very hard to lose that one. But I want to talk about the earlier engagement from Mustangs, because what they tried to do was dive the top right, where the Sigma, the Brig and the Ash were playing, because they saw it on the first defense. And it was essentially what made them win the first point on their attack, on the first attack. So they tried to do that again, but then Chimera swapped on a Brig, which made a dive just really impossible and really hard to do. So this just made this just made it really hard. And then they just really didn't have the coordination needed to pull this comp off later. Unlucky.
Yeah, and it looks like it might be a bit of a desperation pick coming out for Mustangs here, as they've gone on to pull the Fort comp, the Rissa Hog. But, I mean, realistically, this is still drawable. They could still hold it for 4.5 minutes. I've seen it done.
Defend objective A.
But real eyes are going to be on Tom Makita, who is on that Widowmaker. All it takes is one pick, one clean headshot, and this map's over for Mustangs.
I'm on the objective. Rally to my
Meka is going to be jumping up onto the high ground. He gets bursted and drops down. Dink also falling by our and D-Mech onto Sky Commander. This is going to be very aggressive coming through from Mustangs here. So they drop down onto the point. They don't want to give any progress at all. They don't want to. They can't afford to give any progress at all. JC4 finds the kill onto ECAJ and cleans that up. Sakurai is just going to be going on a widow hunt by the looks of things. Can't quite find her. Ton has just backed off back to main. And I mean, Tom hit a nice headshot there from onto Sakurai.
Routing tower to forward barrier.
Again, committing that primal, looking for a boop off the edge. Does get slept and gets woken up immediately by that turret. Point gets taken though. Oh, that's so unfortunate. EMC Chimera just pushing all of the players of Mustangs off the point and away from the point. And yeah, we do see the play of the game from Hutchie here, which we're watching after this is the nice clean kill onto the 2 players in the back line and then big Sky Commander. It's yeah, a 3-0 for EMC Chimera in this game. Mustangs unfortunately couldn't find a footing, and that last map did look a lot better for them, but yeah, unfortunate to say that it was a very quick game. I believe 55 minutes, but I don't even believe that that was all of the game time at all. We spent about 10 minutes just sat waiting in the lobby, or more than 10 anyway. So yeah, you got anything to say, Octo?
No, I already said it, but I think EMC Chimera are just really strong, and I just like watching them.
I mean, definitely with that, with their team synergy, it's just shining. And I mean,
Yeah.
what would your MVP vote be? Because mine is definitely Ekaj. Still.
Yeah, either Ikaj or... Yeah, it has to be Ikaj.
Either Ekaj or MCG.
Yeah.
Because they both seem to be making plays on both maps, and they did really, really well. Yeah, I will just see if Ekaj wants to come in and join us for a quick... I can't invite him to a group. I'm assuming he's already in a group. But yeah. And for me, the honourable mention, the MVP for Mustangs, it would be Sakurai. They seem to be the playmaker on the team. They seem to make a difference in some of the fights where they could, where they weren't getting stomped by Chimera.
Oh yeah.
Don't even know if that's their name. I've just been saying Sakurai. Oh wait, yeah, it is right, Sakurai. Yeah, so oh. There we go, he just brings himself in. Hello. He's not joined him. He's not joined the group chat yet. Ah, fun. Okay. I will be casting again tomorrow. for anybody interested. It will be the tier 2 match between. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Between Illusion Revelation and RNS the Remix. Yeah, tomorrow at 6:30 BST. So I'll probably announce that tomorrow. And yeah, I mean that's about it. Other than the fact of, as I always say, my VODs are all saved onto my YouTube. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
How are we?
That was quite fun. I enjoyed that.
I mean, you definitely look like you did. You played well. Congratulations on winning the match, and congratulations on MVP as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for casting.
It's no problem. It was a bit scuffed because yeah, we didn't really know what was happening about halfway through, but I almost ended it at one point as well.
Yeah, and they kind of player wasn't here or something. I don't really know what was going on.
Yeah, I think Solar just kind of didn't want to play anymore, and it happens.
Yeah.
So I mean, very well played. You obviously got MVP for all of the massive shatters you were hitting.
Thank you.
So yeah, like, I mean, did you have a strategy coming into this, or just play as you usually do?
We had practiced the maps and what we wanted to play on those maps, and then if it wasn't working, we were going to adapt. But stuff we practiced seemed to work, so we didn't really need to change it up. It's always good.
Nice. And I mean, being one of 4 teams in tier 3, who are you kind of most worried about going up against?
I don't know anything about D9. I know nothing about them, so depends.
Little worried.
I think Typhon are playing them tomorrow. I'll try watch that and then see how they're playing. But I mean, obviously Typhon are also in our org, and we know they're good, so that'll be a good match us against them. But yeah, probably D9 because I don't really know anything about them. They could be really good, they could not.
Okay, well, I guess keep your eyes out for that. I hope I'll be able to cast it as well.
That's good.
Yeah, I just try and cast as much as I can now. Yeah, is there anything else you kind of want to say before I end it? Because it's kind of dragging on a bit
GG's, really.
now as well. Yeah, well played. And I think I will just end it there, as it has been quite a long one, just for 3 maps.
Yeah.
But very, very well played, and I look forward to seeing you play again. There you go. So that is EMC versus Mustangs. EMC winning 3-0. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I will be ending it, and I will be going. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Maybe not, maybe. But yeah, see you again next time.